Minute Science. This channel is for all science lovers, parents, and kids to have fun and to learn science. But before we start our series on how to teach science at home, I would like to share with you my views on a very important topic, that is, parents' role in developing scientific temper and attitude in kids. Society is totally based on two very strong pillars, parents and teachers. Both work tirelessly day and night to make and shape our young generation. The child's education is ruled by the set norms and objectives made by the standard societies. But if I ask you what our modern society wants to achieve by educating the young generation, obviously we will say that we want to make our young generation very successful. And if I ask you that what is the definition of being successful? In today's modern society, what is the definition of success? A high salaried job, financial security in the future, achieving set targets of having a big car, big house, a reputable position in the society. Aren't we after all this materialistic success? And leaving behind the main objective of being given education to the young mind. It is to acquire knowledge, the truth of life, getting more closer to nature, igniting love for nature, care for nature, and most important, to stimulate thinking process in our young minds so that they can find solutions to the problem where we are failing today. But we are after schools getting good results and colleges giving tons of security of being campus selection. We never bother to visit the schools for observing science labs, observing the teaching methodology of the school. And we say that yes, science is the most important subject to be studied and score well in exams. My dear parents, science is not just a subject, it is the soul of nature. It is a process of thinking. It is the process of unraveling secrets of God's creation. It is a way to learn and to use our brain and evolve our social instincts. Tiger being the most strongest of all animals, still behind us because we have advanced IQ. Science is to train people to be wise and logical by removing ignorance and superstition from the society. Science makes the child independent, a responsible citizen of the globe. Now, after understanding what is science, it's our duty that what we as parents needs to do to take the first step to bring curiosity more lively in our young minds, because we know that curiosity and need are two important basic requirements for inventions. And the hidden aspect of science where we actually fail to connect the young minds and the practical world is those technologies which we are devising by getting inspirations from the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom to make our life more comfortable, to save the humanity from problems like COVID-19. If I give you just 2-3 examples, you can really understand what actually science is. The ability of a snake and an elephant to contact within their own communities through vibrations have inspired humans to develop an instrument which can trace a landminer got trapped inside the landmine. Don't you think it's going to save thousands of lives every year? The noiseless flight of a great horned owl at a speed of more than 65 km per hour is actually inspiring humans to make noiseless coolers air conditioners, and aeroplanes. Don't you think it will be beneficial for those patients who are quite immune to noise pollution? The hydrophobic wings of a butterfly are inspiring humans to make a fabric which will be dirt free, which will never get wet. Isn't it amazing? We need not to wash our clothes daily. So that is connecting the textbook knowledge and the real world in one thread and keeping it in front of the young generations, young minds to unravel more. Because the level of curiosities can be monitored in babies, toddlers, and preschoolers. Believe it or not, parents, the one who will have a curious childhood will definitely is going to have a successful adulthood. It's not so difficult. You need not to have a postgraduate or graduate degree to do that. We parents are born scientists. Just what we need to do is to have a well trained and skilled brain with open eyes and ears to understand the sequence and significance of the facts observed. We must have a zeal to make intangible more concrete and miserable more spectacular. But we as adults dominates in their world. We never let their imagination to blossom. Yes, we kill their curiosity. As parents, we should never do that. We should never let our kids' curiosity to be dulled and blunted by prolonged disuse. I'll just give one or two instances, and I hope you will be convinced with my argument that yes, we do it knowingly or unknowingly. When our little scientists were playing with the balls, pan, ladders, and spoons in the kitchen, and they were just about to really understand something beautiful in acoustics, and you yelled at them for disorganizing your kitchen. And if you are smiling after listening this, I can assure you, you have done it many times. Also, for the first time, when the child was trying to hold an egg from the refrigerator, and you just came from nowhere and snatched the egg, saying it will spill over everywhere. Let pleasure come with responsibility. If by chance the egg just falls down, take help from your child to clean the mess. But don't forget to explain to him the force with which he has to hold the egg so that it will not break. The chemistry of the albumin and the yolk that needs to unravel in front of him, and the protection by the thin shell to the whole yolk and albumin combination. Isn't it beautiful to explain all this physics, chemistry, biology of broken egg? But we missed that chance. So parents, don't try to hold them back. Let them involved and more connected to everything that comes to their way. Involve them with your small task at everyday basis. Let them enjoy in garden. Let them soil their clothes. Take them along with you to enjoy the beauty of stars on the roof. Let the little kid to unravel the insects, butterflies, birds, animals in their surrounding, especially in rainy season. This way the child will experience the world and he will be more involved. Don't forget to help your child to maintain a diary for everything, because when we write something, it's just getting printed in our mind. After doing all these things as adults, we are after the experts, the science teachers, asking what to do to make my child interested in science. He's just scared of the textbooks. But my dear parents, if you'll read in history about all the scientists and their childhood, you will be amazed to know that they all have a solid support of their active and alert parents. Their desire to help their parents in their family businesses. And finally, their childhood was more curious and more involved with the nature. Parents have been the backbone in the history for all the inventions and discoveries these scientists have done. Blaise Pascal devised a simple adding machine to help his mother and father in their family business. Blaise Pascal published his first paper at a very young age, I think at the age of 14. Later, that instrument was evolved and it became scientific calculation. Who can forget Nikola Tesla, the man of electricity? He got inspirations to invent electricity from his mother, a lady who was always busy in repairing the damaged instruments in the kitchen, in the bathroom, and in the house. And the last example which I want to cite in front of you, Thomas Alva Edison and his mother. Thomas, as we all know, was expelled from the school, and to that small child, he never felt that he has been expelled from the school because of his mother. Because the day when he got the letter, he came to her mother and said, "Mom, my teacher has given this paper and said that only you are to read it." Thomas' mother took the letter and read it. "Your son is a genius. The school is too small for him and doesn't have good enough teachers to train him. Please teach him yourself." And after his mother died, Edison found the same letter and he read that letter. It was written, "Your son is mentally deficient. We cannot let him to attend our school anymore." That's the impact a parent can imprint in the life of a child. I hope my message reaches to you, parents. What as parents we need to organize, plan, execute, and really understand, and how we can lit the lamp of curiosity in our kids' mind. So that's for this video. Thank you for watching my video. In the next video, we will share with you how to teach science at home and let the little flowers blossom.